Ayon, si Zephyr, Enchantress, and 23 Savage as base of support. Ayan, uy, Big Macaroni Vlogs, no problem bro. Welcome na welcome. Hindi naman siya compulsory.
With the fate of the universe and the pride of 10 people.
That wasn't too bright.
Uy, Huckleberry, shoutout sa'yo. I'm back to heal and back.
Massive tiebreaker. So you would have
Ayun, yung ngayon pa lang nag-chat diyan sa sa chat box natin. Ayan, baka ngayon pa lang magsa-start na mag-accumulate kayo ng points. Kasi yun nga, baka inactive kayo sa chat. Dapat active daw sa chat, guys. According to Streamlabs yan, ha. Yung loyalty points natin. Alam ko pag nag-super chat 10,000 points yan. Oh, 10,000 points.
Like if those runes weren't there, a lot of
so kanina yung mga nag-super chat dyan, guys, check nyo yung mga points nyo. Meron yan.
Fast blink dagger and still make you move. Whereas before, if you get shot out of lane, you're done.
Do you think that him
Roy
getting
no
these
guard
runes on this
shot
matchup relies on a support coming over?
Nah. Usually it's a 1-1 split if no support really interferes. They have an Enchantress on the other side, so potentially there's a creep, there's a send there.
Oh, kailangan na active chat para yun, after 5 minutes, meron na
Try
yan.
and take the top water rune, if anything.
Paano mag-bet? Eh, medyo medyo nagsarado na yung betting natin.
We'll see how
After the draft, yun yung magiging close yung betting. Then after the game, mag-open kagad yung betting for next game. So kung may game number 3 tayo, yan, watch out kayo.
very early
Pwedeng
PL pick again.
mag-bet kayo ulit using RTT.
Yes, surprisingly so. Is there ever a point in your career where someone
Tapos pwede din kayo mag-gamble dyan using RTT coins. Since wala pa yung betting, pwedeng gamble muna kayo or mag-heist kayo para dumami or tumaas yung mga points nyo.
Teammate, I want to show him how it's done.
I mean, yeah. Especially if you stomp him in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if we beat them now with this hero, they have psychoanalyzed, get done.
So like that's what I want to know. Like, did Natsumi go, dude?
First
Give me PL.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
To be fair though, T1 did not keep the greatest counters against it. They have one good hero against it, which is Centaur. Other than that, looks pretty good for PL here.
Ito yung naging adjustment ng OB yun. Maganda din tong tiny last pick nila, guys. Kagaya nga ng sinabi natin, yung Death Prophet, nag-off-lane talaga yan. At nakakuha ng pang-counter dito sa medyo squishy na heroes ng T1 with this tiny pick. Naglalaro ba si Master Kuku? Lods, yes, he is playing center war runner.
He gets a bigger hero model. Every time he picks up a water rune, he gets bigger. Yes.
Like 10 each.
Why don't we design a mode?
Yeah, Rebs, gumagana pa rin ba yung pamahihina pag nag-predict ka yung kalaban na
Joel getting run down here for first
Madalas,
blood. Cuckoo getting that kill, but Shadow Wolf, Doppelganger going
Dude,
aggressive.
first blood,
looking to
secure nga
kill
dito
off
ni
Cuckoo.
Kuku. Pero mukhang magiging
The best
kapalit din ng buhay niya, hindi
attack
naman.
on that.
So,
And no manifold lands
a little
also.
window for T1, makakuha ng konting
And Kuku
kalamangan dito early in the
solving up
game.
and getting his ring of health. So there's survivable in this lane.
Do we see a similar Centaur game in this one? Not the same build, I would say. Like, I don't think he's gonna go Radiance again. But do we see Centaur have this benefit of
Sa
just
mga
being able
sa
to
mga
do
subscribers din
whatever?
ata, guys, merong extra points yan. So,
potentially.
kung di pa kayo nakasubscribe kayo, may 1,000
as well
points na
as
may
Nixus has been
ibibigay.
set up on him, so it's not going to be as easy. Like last game, they literally just had no good hero against it. This game, they have like 2, potentially 3 good heroes against it.
Oo, hindi naman kasi ako nanonood ng stream. I mean, yung cellphone ko, hindi siya naka-on. Or hindi laging naka-play, guys. Naka-pause lang yung video. Kaya hindi na ma-maximize yung hours.
It's got a couple sips left. That's sips, SIPS underscore. Carl, just pretty postured on this lane at the moment, looking for denies, making it so Yopaj kind of can't really step up, at least for the moment, gets hit by the Dragon Slave, and the LSA let's take the deny. You can see Yopaj really wanted to get that, but there's almost no way that he could have stepped up there. Now they've got the Hex on the Nyx Assassin.
No way!
The bash comes out, Spike
Ayun,
Carapace,
mabibigyan
and
ata
Spike
yung Nyx.
lands, they'll have the kill.
Napakaswerte ng palo ni 23 Savage. Tumama pa yung Earth Spike at 23 Savage. Masesecure yung kill dito kay Playhard. Swerte yung bash.
He hit like 3 times the bash twice.
Courier has been killed.
Yeah, basically play hard. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Man.
The real question though is, when are they gonna start addressing the Centaur? He's gonna have Vanguard soon. If they wait until he has the Vanguard hood, he's gonna become almost impossible to kill again.
Zephyr, impaled, right-click damage. Does he have it? No.
No. But he has a bounty rune.
That's fair. Lion, though, looking to get the kill here on a Yopaj.
He has Hex as well.
Yeah,
you're alone, bro.
They're trying to bring down.
I was like, screw you.
All right. Well, he doesn't have...
Stick.
There's
Stick.
the...
Oh. Okay. Thought he wasn't gonna use it.
Tactical hold the stick charges for another death.
Yeah. Or just make the Tiny feel like he's not gonna use it. You lose like the last millisecond. He's like, ah, damn it! I thought I had that.
And then you mess it up and you don't actually click it and you die.
Exactly. But it's the kind of mind games, right? You want to get in his head, but you get in your own head.
How important are mind games?
Very important. Dota, I think 50% min.
Tips make that worse?
It depends on the person. Some people get super agitated when they get tips.
Get the kill there on a white mon up towards top. They've used this exorcism to pressure the lane a little bit. It's not going to be an exorcism used for tower.
White one should get tipped right now.
Fortified their structure.
CP solo killed him.
Attack the hero.
What about voice lines? What's like the go-to tilting voice line?
We're really... a couple of annoying ones at TA 9 and 8. It's CBT! Every time you get the deny anything. I also hate this.
Yeah,
This one is like,
that one's a good one.
it's not good at all.
It's good when you get away. That's for sure. First spike coming in. They've got the Hex. Zephyr coming over. Laguna Blade used. Spike Carapace is not going to be enough, though. A lot of pressure being put on by T1.
Like, Carl is not really good at the tipping game. He always gets tipped first, and then he tips the guy that tipped him back. It's like, how do you feel now, huh? I killed you. Kind of tip. Like, there's no proactive tipping from him at all. And sometimes when he gets really mad, he wins the game and says, come on, tip me, bro. Where are your tips? You remember that? Against TNC, I think it was.
Maybe I should start doing that in my pubs. Hit me, bro.
And the supports are just sitting in mid lane, and yeah, they're killing together.
Yeah, Yopaj's gonna come over. They've got the Impale Avalanche toss. They'll get one in return.
Like a drum.
CTM, though, he's dead. And 23 and Carl will take that kill.
I got Chronoed, okay. But the Chrono, even without the Guna Blade, they had enough damage to kill him. Possessed Mask, handed over to the Faces Void. Probably the best tier 1 item you can have.
Dyer's middle tower is under
Free life
pressure.
Very good.
Alright, Enchantress getting caught.
Centaur all for that.
And they pop the Centaur and don't get the Enchantress away. Still though, it's a 2k lead for T1.
Yeah, they're getting
A lot more out of the
value
lanes.
also. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower faces
Like the Centaur again, top of the network. I feel like we see this so many times. And both teams pick PL into Centaur, allowing this to happen.
their bottom
Right.
tower.
Like, it's not like it's a surprise. Hood, Vanguard, same build, no boots. How do you touch this guy?
Radiance is apparently going to follow at some point.
Ah, against Nyx Assassin. If there was no Nyx, I think he would do the power move. He would be like, all right, you do me like that?
I could already. He can already spike pretty easily.
Yeah, but it makes it even more easy.
Yeah. That's the Chad move.
Just make it even more easy?
Yeah.
Carapace
You
if
still
want.
can't kill me.
All right, sure. Then one DP spirit side and you lose half health.
All right, maybe you can.
Maybe it's ghost, ladies.
So, CTM take the tower shots will end up getting this tier 1 in the top lane. So they do finally clean up top and push this Void into the jungle, but Natsumi's there as well. Oh.
It's also a little scary that he won't pick the Void into the PL. Like, this can go both ways, where if PL gets too farmed, Void cannot touch the PL.
Yeah.
But so far, all 3 cores on top. Net worth from T1, so they're doing a very good job overall.
Not like a mega split between them, but a good one at that. And you expect the Centaur to be top of the net worth, and then the next 4 are actually Neon, but it's, you know, Nyx Assassin having just a touch more gold than anybody else, but he does have level 6, so let's see what Nyx Assassin, what Playhard wants to do now that he's got this Vendetta. Yopaj saving up gold for the Blink Dagger. I think he's just going to go for before finishing off the phase break.
Yeah, he'll have to. But now they have the same problem that T1 had in game 1. Centaur is standing there, taking the tower. What do you do?
Go for everybody around him.
I mean, they're not even going to try to fight anything. Warlock Rock is still not available. He will have it after this creep wave, which is his power spike, of course. But yeah, if you allow Centaur to have such a good game, he has 30 health region right now. Hood, Vanguard. I don't know if they can kill him with all 5 heroes at this point.
Right.
They can if he AFKs, but obviously not AFK. He'll stampede out.
I don't know, the end of the last game, Centaur was able to just AFK. Stand in front of the tower.
That's true. But Zephyr has eyes on the PL here.
Doppelganger, White Mon, and
he got the
trying to
wrong
trick him.
Oh, he got the real one.
The Earth Spike was actually onto the illusion, so now they've got the Fatal Bonds. The Chaotic Offering gets committed,
Wow.
and they'll stampede away. That was a very ambitious Chaotic Offering to think that they can turn that one around, but they did have the rest of the team starting to get there, maybe just a bit early.
They're going ham on the center.
Yeah, if they could get the kill here on a Cuckoo, that would be massive. He does not have Stampede. They've controlled him with the Avalanche. Earth Spike not going to be enough to save Cuckoo. And that's where this game differs from the last, with the Centaur dying.
Yeah, the Ghost Lady can definitely deal with him very easily. And they had 2 stunners to just keep him in place. Now Exorcism is going to be used to try to the tower.
Avalanche.
Oh, he got caught on Tiny. He's...
Yopaj, oh, didn't time it right. They still get the Earth Spike. Time walk in, time dilation, Chrono. I don't know if that was necessary.
Absolutely not. You do get some bashes now is the question. You don't. That Chrono should have been on the DP.
And then you would have got both.
Double misplay. You missed the stun. You missed the Chrono.
And Natsumi gets the farm.
T1 is... Again, flip the coin. Oh.
Who are we getting today?
Yeah.
Dyer's bottom
They were
tower
getting
is under
Sleepy
attack.
Carl.
Diffusal will be ready in just a moment.
It's Tiny though, not very fun, and he just died.
Yeah, he's got the Blink Dagger, and that's the thing. Like, when you get this Blink Dagger at an okay timing, 12 minutes, you need to snowball.
Yeah, it was pretty late, honestly, the Blink Dagger for going straight Blink. Yeah, usually we see that like minute 10 or so. But it's still okay. I'm just a bit worried. Like if he dies once or twice more, he's gonna have some time to get CTM.
Spike Carapace. But now the Earth Spike comes out into 2. They've got the finger as well, so Lagootably coming through. They get the kill on the Playhard as well as CTM. They'll end up losing Zephyr. Yopaj getting that kill, but that's the double guns coming in from T1 with the Laguna and that finger.
Yeah, Natsumi finishes his Diffusal Blade though. Like, if he ever catches the Void off guard, or any of them really, they're gonna be in big trouble. And the Centaur is not itemizing into a Crimson Guard this time around. So the illusions will deal a lot more damage.
Smoke picked up by the Nyx Assassin. I assume when everybody's up, they're going to want to make a move with this Diffusal Blade. They've got Vendetta to work with. Well, we've talked about this Blink Dagger on the Tiny. Chaotic Offering is up in 15, so this could be a timing for Neon to want to make up some ground and fight.
For sure. Like, they have everything they need. Time to fight now. If T1 wants to defend the mid, or it could potentially result in a lot of blocks. They're gonna pop Exorcism straight away. Okay. Play hard on the prowl. Can't anyone. Cuckoo?
Cuckoo, his smoke gets broken.
He's the toughest target to initiate on
He's
low.
not who you want to go for.
Yeah.
And they're going top on T1, so they're trying
They want to find
to catch Natsumi, but he's not there anymore.
He's TP'd out.
Yeah. Good read of the map from Neon.
Scanning for enemy.
Play hard, still with a couple seconds left on this Vendetta. They'll find Zephyr. They've got the Avalanche as well as the toss. A Vendetta shot comes in. Yopaj with the kill. This is exactly what he needs to get back into this one. He's got his phase boots, going into the Echo Saber.
He's still looking
starting
for
to
the
gain
void?
some net worth.
No.
23 has Chrono though.
No follow-up damage though. He needs the Lina with him, because Lion doesn't have Finger. He's the only partner to kill with him at this point. Does he have Travels on Lina? He does not.
Time Walk, he's sticking with him.
You cannot kill this. I think he just wants to push out the creep wave.
Yeah, so they'll stay bottom, won't expend the TP. Now mid. Impale lands on a Cuckoo for a moment.
He's now going to the Crimson Guard after the blink. Centaur is still very fun.
Yule's in the air, and now Yule's once again. Carl, Chaotic Offering, it ruins the timing. They're gonna go for this. They've got the Stampede. They're trying to run with the Air Spike landing on the Nyx Assassin. Yopaj though, Avalanche in onto Zephyr. They've got the Hex from Whitemon out onto Yopaj. Chaotic Offering expended. Centaur again with that ult.
That is such a good disengage tool. And it was so easy for them. Now Centaur ult is on cooldown for 70 seconds. Offering for more than 2 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower faces
The Chaotic Offering is
Gone.
on cooldown for a while. Zephyr combo. Oh, Spike lands on a 2. On to 4. It's 3 Radiant Heroes, 1 Dire. And can they get more than just this Tiny? They'll take out player. They look the Death Prophet. Natsumi trying to help, but there's nothing for him to do. And now John Well, he's got no mana to work with. They've got the Blink Dagger on Cuckoo. They'll split. They'll follow Natsumi. Look for the stun. Hold it as he goes into the Doppelganger. Avoids it. Now going after Kar. Oh, they've got the Hex on the Phantom Lancer. Natsumi on the run. Can he get out of this? It's a full team wipe for T1. Back and forth this fight goes. They put their attention onto an Enchantress, and that was their downfall as 23 comes in, gets a good chrono, and the fight goes their way.
How many times have we seen that? When teams commit super hard for one Enchantress and just tanks for so long, sets up for the team. We can see it here. It was a very good 2-man impale after the commit on the edge here.
I don't
Look at the
think you
2-man
need
impale.
to commit an Enchantress like that. And they'll get a kill here on a Cuckoo.
Yeah, Cuckoo gets taken out by what actually?
Tiny coming in.
Tiny, DP, Nyx, I guess, working together here.
And Warlock.
Yeah, it's and then this is the typical save your friend syndrome. Stack up for the chrono. Get 3-man
Natsumi wanted to
chronoed.
come in.
Yeah, he gets Yuled up. They have level 2 access, so this should be a free rush. Chrono on cooldown for a minute. This is a very good move by Neon here.
Fight goes wrong, everything gets used. We have Exorcism, go for Rush.
And that's an easy one. Level 2 DP ult. As my brother always says, it goes double from 8 to 16. A lot of value in there.
Comes
Wait,
up
you want
from
to fight
Jan
both?
Well.
No way.
Silence on the void, and then the impale to follow it up, the damage of the Exorcism,
God.
and 23's taken out!
Why are they
Just
going
picked up by
there?
Natsumi. They try to get the Stampede to get him to escape, but he's gone! He stepped up to kill off the Warlock Courier, and that is a mistake.
I really don't know.
Yopaj in, Avalanche
And
hits on a
now
White Man
Whitemon.
too. Whitemon, not White Man, but in trouble. Stomp comes in, Whitemon gone.
And now Lina in trouble too.
This is turning the way the last fight did for T1. Now they're the victims of saving friend syndrome. They've got the blink forward. Yopaj coming in. He's got the Avalanche as well as the toss back to his team. Carl's gonna die here.
What is happening? Let the void die. Disengage. Don't go in one by one.
This is literally the last fight, but flop teams.
Yeah, it was. such a monstrous misplay, and they just abused it so hard on Neon. Like, that void there, I have no idea what he was doing there. He has no chronosphere, he has no business being there.
And just on the edge of that silence, too. That was really well done by CTM to throw that. Because it barely hit him, but that's all you need.
Yeah, but you exposed yourself to danger for no reason. Like, you deserve to get punished, and they do. It was a 4K goal lead, now it's back to even, potentially even an advantage for Neon cause they have the Aegis now.
They use Stampede. This time it doesn't get them the escape.
Savage again has to run away. Oh, it's a tough game now.
Oh, yeah.
41. It looked really good.
And it just completely falls on its side. Now they've got the Crimson.
And it's one of the biggest counters, of course, to Chronosphere, having that Aegis available.
Nyx Assassin helping Yopaj to sight that out.
They keep popping the Sentinels defensively.
Oh, they're going to go for 23. Time Walk away. Spirit Lance, Doppelganger into the trees. If they can catch this Void, it would be massive. The Illusions will drain some of his mana as he'll Time Walk all the way back to the base, but this is making 23's life hectic.
Yeah. But they kill CTM with the Lion as well as Lina. Got a good initiation of him, which now gives Lina her BKB. So she's happy to fight. And the scary Nyx that causes so many problems now, it's not that scary anymore with that BKB online. Instant smoke up. Be up on 20, they want to use that timing. Play hard. He's not aware of this at all. Fail.
He'll go to the spike, but if he gets a chance. Never does. First spike, LSA with the Hex. No chance.
Easy.
He'll have Vendetta when he's up. He'll probably try to use that again. I will say, Yopaj, he's recovered. He had a slow start, got that late Blink Dagger, went straight Blink Dagger, no upgraded boots, and since then, he's now 8-2-4.
Yeah, and that Roach Fight gave him so much gold.
And he's going Axe.
Kills there. Yep, Axe is really good. Makes you...
Is he hoping to be outside the chrono and throw in those trees, potentially?
Yeah, potentially. I think it's also just the best sort of damage item you can get, Axe into a mini... If you're just looking for pure DPS. I mean, I wouldn't mind a BKB here too, personally. They have so many spells that can just interrupt you, stun you, slow you. Even Time Dilation is a super tough spell to deal with as a Tiny.
Well, it's going to be even worse to deal with if you're adding another ability.
Yep. Big smoke again. Centaur is the one showing again.
White man.
Savage. They saw him.
They've got the ward. White man in a great position. He saw the Death Prophet coming over.
No, Savage is out. Is he? Oh! Blind stun? Oh,
No, I thought he would throw it.
I thought so too. He was walking right at him. One of those horror movies. Yeah.
Hello?
And then it stopped. And nothing.
Is about to flounder.
Is anybody there?
Yeah, then it's like a friend opening the door. Hey, we've been looking for you for 5
It's
minutes.
a big jump scare.
Yeah.
Couldn't withstand the time.
They're looking to fight top. Yopaj already tipping in. Centaur
Bringing another TP. They've got themselves the toss, Avalanche, and they've got the silence onto the Centaur, so he doesn't have the Stampede to leave just yet. His mana's getting drained. Cuckoo,
He's not using Stampede.
double edge, and now he's got no mana for the Stampede. His arcane boots are on cooldown for another 20 seconds. They'll chase him. They'll pop the Exorcism. 23 Savage. He'll time walk away. He doesn't have Chronosphere to work with. They'll focus their attention on the Zephyr, and they will get the kill onto the Enchantress, but can they get anything more out of this? They got to be careful about where they move into, as Chrono is ready to go with Finger and Laguna. They won't catch 23 as play hard scouts, and that's all they get.
Yep.
He just expires.
Also, Aeon picked up on DP. Very important to mention because he's not going to die in Chrono now anymore. It's a good pickup. I like it a lot because he adds a lot of damage to his team. All he needs to do is survive. Aegis expired. Instant smoke up at T1. Everything available. Let's go. But play hard, potentially scouting things out here. He just revealed his position though.
On the high ground,
smoke.
Whitemon blinks through the illusions. First spike still lands, time dilation from the low ground. They've got the blink as well as the hoof stomp. A lot committed here. Laguna Blade goes out.
It's an illusion, guys. Relax.
I think maybe they thought it was real because the smoke ended up getting broken by the Nyx assassin.
And Playhard still lives.
Yeah, he doesn't even end up dying.
They didn't come at all on the Nyx. They suddenly turned around, Laguna the illusion started hitting it.
Yeah, that was odd. Could that have messed them up? The smoke break and then the illusions being there? That they think that one of them is the real Natsumi?
Potentially, but I mean, Nyx was just right next to him as well. I mean,
I'm a little surprised.
works out for Neon.
Oh, for sure.
Money changes hands.
T1 really not get what they're looking for here.
Stampede. That gets used, and I think that was to catch Yopaj?
Oh, we were so far away.
They went forward with Whitemon and... Okay.
Oh, watch out, watch out,
Sure.
watch out!
That voice line?
I don't know if I laughed about the voice line or...
Or the Stampede? The voice line, I like it. It sounds like he's saying something else, though.
What's that?
Baka baka baka.
Oh, yeah.
It does sound like he's saying that.
It
And I
does.
almost feel like that's on purpose.
Of course it is. Everything with like some purpose.
Got a double disconnect here for Neon.
Yep. I think it's important for T1 this pause. They need to get
Breathe.
their stuff together. Like, there were a lot of misplays in the last, like, 10 minutes. Nothing really going T1's way. They got, like, 2 good pickoffs. But other than that, it was all Neon.
You can look at some hams here.
Yeah. I always wonder if my team can hear me if my microphone's so far away from my mouth.
So it depends on the gate, I guess.
Like, look at that. It looks quite
That
far.
looks really close, actually.
Really?
You think that looks far?
I mean,
That
from
looks
the
like
side,
it's-
there's probably... Yeah, but it's not in his mouth, right? Like to the side.
I guess. Yeah, I guess it depends on if he. That looks right up on his cheek.
And that is like super far away.
I also can't sit like that.
That's like on his cheekbone. All right, enough about cheekbones. Game gets resumed.
Yeah, 15-15 net worth even.
PL is closing in on that hard. Once that hard is online,
He's gonna be hard to kill.
it's hard. Savage going straight into the BKB. He had Mjolnir queued up first. Decided against it. Said I need some magic resistance, or rather immunity. Taking all the way from it.
Yeah.
How's Lina looking?
Going Dragonlance next.
Yeah, no real damage items just yet. Go patch. Oh, the glyph messed up. Just creep clear.
That was the combo of the word, though, there. Creep clear.
I like it. I think we should add it to the vocabulary
Yeah.
of any Dota caster. He's cleeping the wave.
This hero has a lot of cleep.
Yeah.
Creep clear.
He's cleeping.
Yeah.
I like that actually. I'm gonna have to keep that.
It sounds like something that would describe a horse.
It does. And Champ is running to the front line. Stomp.
Oh, missed. Doesn't hit on Natsumi LSA. It's
Every
nowhere
miss.
near. They've got the silence onto the Lina. Again, it's a stampede just to leave. Chrono committed. I don't know if they have the damage. Chaotic Offering comes down. They've got the Earth Spike to follow it up.
They
The
got it.
LSA on the edge. The Laguna Blade comes in on Natsumi. They do get the kill. Felt like that Chrono lasted forever.
There was a very good stun from Whitemon. He blinked in, got the max range stun off, allowing Lina to follow up with her LSA, as well as Laguna.
Otherwise, they don't get that kill.
That was
Or
a
it's hard.
very hard committal. Like, if he doesn't die there, they're done. But he does die, so T1. Good pick up, good kill. Tower got taken regardless, but they got the tier 2 bottom as well, and get a really good kill. And now BKB on Void online as well. Why is he so tanky? He has 3,000 health with strength shot. I never understand why there's so much HP on everyone nowadays.
Power creep.
What about Centaur? He has more HP than Centaur, like way more.
200 right now.
Yeah. Nyx running around being a Nyx assassin. Oh, see, he has to be careful.
Annihilation. They've got 3 here. Yule, Splink, Hex, and a Disc. All right, trying to run.
Purged off with the
Finger,
enchant.
and there's the kill.
So well done by them. Using the enchant to purge off.
Ooh, they get Cuckoo. He's a little bit forward. The impale
Damage.
lands They've got him out of battle. The Fatal Bonds might make this a little bit of a detriment for T1 coming in, as 23 gets the time walk, doesn't get the avalanche to land with the BKB pop by 23, turning this around into play hard. He's got the bashes, Matt bashing almost every hit. The Earth Spike misses on to Natsumi, and 23 might need to be careful in a second. The Laguna Blade thrown over on a Yopaj, but it's not enough damage, and he'll throw those trees over on the 23. No more mana left. They got the impale, and they'll get the kill out of the void. He's in too far. He's in too deep. Sub 41 have a song about that. I mean, that is way too far, and he's out of mana. Zephyr will get caught by play hard as he gets tossed up for the alley-oop, and Roche is back up in a moment.
Massive overcommittal, and Cuckoo didn't pop anything. No Crimson, no Hood, no...
Never had a
Loads
chance.
off.
But he's frontlining there.
He needs to be ready.
Yeah. 9 seconds till Roche is up. This is going to be Shard.
But do they know? I think it's a pretty early spawn. So far, no one checked it. Are they checking it now? It respawns just now.
And there it is.
They're not going
Send
in.
an illusion in.
They're
something.
not going in. Come on, Water, you gotta go in.
There
All right,
it is.
does.
Alright, he spots it. They've got 30 seconds with no void.
Where's DP though? DP is not close at all. He's DPing in just now. 20 seconds. Can you take it in 20?
Yeah. I don't know. I did the math last time and I was wrong.
It's level 3 exorcism.
You fight in the exorcism.
10 seconds. It should go down.
They don't even have the outpost to TP to, so the void can't get there. They do have the blink as well as the hook stomp. They need to make sure that Cuckoo doesn't have the availability to jump in.
Now, but it's too late.
And their time spent taking the outpost is not gonna help them.
Now PL has shard as well for free. He already has a shard actually, so he's gonna give it to someone else. Cool. To the Tiny maybe?
Wouldn't be awful.
Or they're giving it to the DP perhaps, which makes people become feared after you're siphoned for 4 seconds. Which is an interesting shard. And he gives it to Tiny.
Oh. Well, there goes my excitement.
At least now you can right click without losing your tree. Very exciting upgrade. Another smoke into the Aegis cheese now though. If you actually want to commit it to a fight like that. Not an easy one. And Playhead is always there when they're smoking. It's like so scary. And unsmoked right away. No dust pop.
They got the dust, now they've got the hex, they'll hit the double edge. Finger, and the kill.
But again,
5 stacks for Line.
it was a smoke attempt again though.
I mean, even Line has 1,700 health.
Yeah, because of the talent round.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's dead for 60 though. They know he has no buyback. Do they want to threaten high ground? They also know that they use exorcism. Okay, they're going
They
super
should
hand.
soon though, right?
No, they know. They saw the exorcism.
Yeah.
And they know he has no buyback
the
because he
trees
lost back
separate?
previously.
Gosh, getting hit hard.
That hurts. One of the best anti-eng items in the game. Doesn't slow your attacks, of course. PL,
Just need to find trees to throw.
200 gold away from hard deep top. We all need a little love.
Money to burn.
Love. I need a little love in my life. I need a little love in the dark.
Chat, hearts in the chat, please. And some smiles. Heart picked up here.
Mjolnir also picked up. So you got a defensive item versus the offensive item. Which one's better, B-Cup? I'll let you decide.
He's got an Aegis, so I'm gonna go with Mana Lancer's heart.
Yeah. Woke up 4.
White on over in the trees, and he'll break that smoke. It's good positioning.
It is.
That's like something that hypes me up, actually. Just the
Good
positioning.
support play in general.
Yeah.
Like, it's so difficult to play Dota without many items.
Yeah.
And they,
When you know the positioning to break smokes, or you have that sense of, hey, there's smoke.
another pause. Carl is like, do I buy Daedalus or not, guys? Tell me, I've asked 5 times, man. And they don't tell him. So now he's going to the bathroom. He's gonna talk to his own self in the mirror, in the reflection. Carl, what are you doing?
Do you play lose yourself when you're in the bathroom? That's for me.
It's not an interrogation here.
I'm not interrogating you. I'm asking you, if you take this bathroom break right here, do you just
No.
come out Singing Mom Spaghetti?
No, I do sing though, but not spaghetti.
Dire's middle tower is under
Are you a shower
pressure.
singer?
I think that depends on some things.
Like for me, when I get out of the gym into the shower, and it's a good day, like I'm gonna go ham.
The mirrors in our bathroom are definitely good for singing and
Yeah,
kind of
they're massive.
Yeah.
They're like full body mirrors. Luckily, my neighbors can hear it, because it's a pleasure.
I don't know. I definitely look at that mirror and I'm just like screaming, yelling like,
Yeah.
"This is the moment!" Boxing fans around the world. I'm just like, oh my god.
The thing is, I love that mirror. Might want to get one myself.
Yeah. So still an even game in terms of net worth, but you're working with an Aegis here.
Yeah. And Aegis is the best deterrent against Chrono, of course. Okay, Chrono do die, I don't care.
Unless you're, well, I mean, do you not care? It depends on the situation, right? Because they do have a lot of lockdown here for T1 where they can just be like, all right, well, we've set up the first death. We know when he's going to come back up, LSA or Spike, lockdown, Hex.
It's just in a team fight, you can't like kill him with the Chrono first.
Right.
Because teammates are going to come up. They actually caught him with a stun. He's taking a lot of damage from Molina. Whoa, the damage from Molina.
Yeah, that's
And
a
now they
lot.
have the
They've got
Chrono
the
on top.
finger.
He's all by himself.
He's coming in. Is 23 going to be there in time?
Oh,
He's on doppelganger. He's going to run.
No,
Chrono's away. He Chrono nothing. 23 minus 23. It's nothing. If you can do the math, that means it's botched. 23 forced to time walk away. They caught themselves cuckoo. They will get the kill out of the Centaur. Oh dear.
It was such a good
Man.
setup from his team, and he just didn't quite get it.
Oh no.
Heartbreaking experience here.
Another pause. Get back in the bathroom.
I want to see his cam right now.
Play some more music.
Give me 23 his cam production now.
I thought they were going to give it to you. We're shifting to this replay,
Yeah.
not Sumi.
It was such a good setup from the team. Like, they actually blow up the PL once. He should be dead.
And the Void is so far away, though.
But the problem also is the Centaur missing his hoof stomp. Like, he
Yeah.
mistimed that. He canceled it twice. He's like not sure of the timing. And
Oh!
even if you get the DP though, he has A on this.
Yeah.
Like, you want to Chrono the PL 100%.
BKB getting low. 23 has to run. No longer has the match community.
It's another big misstep here from T1. I feel like this game is plagued by just pretty sloppy play from T1 overall.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
By the way, I just noticed that
Yes.
23 is using the
Maze of Aeons.
Vici sound lines.
Oh, of course, yeah. He has to go full gold here on VG. That's his duty. He's actually going shard on Void. Do I like that? No. Yes, that's okay.
Time walk in, time walk out. Turn yourself around.
And longer cast walk range. Cast walk, time walk range. Why are all these words so complicated? Time walk.
Yeah.
He's not walking through time, he's jumping.
He does have some good cleep, though.
He's creeping real hard without this Mjolnir. PL itemizing into a butterfly. Yeah. Once that's online, he's gonna be real survivable. But his Lina is already going to an MKB. I mean, the Lina pretty much solo killed that PL there. Like, she dealt so much damage. Those
Yeah,
crits coming up.
Daedalus and getting an MKB. So if Lina catches wind of this,
They hard again breaking the smoke.
yeah, Cuckoo Smoke gets
But he
broken.
didn't-
Natsumi's still on the high
he didn't
ground,
spot
and
that.
now they're going to get the hoof stop. They've got the control. 23 comes in, but they've got the Earthquake as well as the Chaotic Offering coming down from the trees, tossing in. They've got Natsumi locked down, but it's not going to be enough just yet. The bash is coming in from 23. He's popped the BKB, but that's not going to last too long. Bayard ends up dead. Cuckoo falls in return. Natsumi, he's gone. Has buyback. May want to rejoin the fight. We'll see how deep
White
he wants
Mon
to
on the
go. Whitemon going after this Warlock.
now
Well,
Freemon is-
trees
Whitemon! Oh dear, just getting rid of, but CTM, he'll eat the cheese, he survives! Whitemon, Zephyr, they're gone, 3 0 down on the 17-1, they are buyback, 23 gonna be right on this Death Prophet, time walk over to Yopaj with the run, right click, and a bash, they've got the silence out of 23, I'm not sure he knows who to focus on, toss all the way away from the side of Neon, which is only consisting of 2 so far, and a double damage picked up by 23, he's got Chrono, he might even want to go for this!
That uphill, that high ground gave away the PL positioning, and even though Play Hard broke the smoke, he didn't see them. He wasn't aware that he broke the smoke. Super unfortunate that the PL died there. I thought they were gonna turn it around, to be honest. I was so close.
Natsumi. Not getting anything out of that fight, really.
Nah, he was just too low.
They need something to stop Carl from right-clicking. Ooh, speaking of Carl, Avalanche comes in, and now the Yules. Yopaj, you may have been off more than you can chew. You may be a big bad rock, but, well, sometimes rocks are meant to fall.
Not this rock, though. Very sturdy with plus 22 armor.
He's going double Daedalus for that tree toss, which is outputting a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's going 100% pure damage, which is an interesting approach. Not something we usually see. But you can see, like, the Void drops to like 30% health as well. If you get like a bunch of crit procs, I don't know, how much was it critting for? Like 1200?
A lot.
225%, okay, more like 1,000. But even 1,000 is a lot of damage.
I wonder if Natsumi's going to commit to this butterfly. Neither him or the Lina have purchased the component of what they want to go for, because if he senses that that MKB is being picked up, you don't get it, right?
No. And vice versa. If you don't see the butterfly, you're not going to get an MKB. So they're both just kind of trying to outplay each other. Who's the time is really going to go to? Lion?
Who's got the
Oh, timeless
right
relic Lion. That is like a 5-second hack.
Death.
That probably has a spell prism, yeah.
Only BKB on Radiant is in this Death Prophet right now. Illusionist Cape. Okay. Pick that up, swap that in, holding the Paladin Sword. Did Lina buy out yet? No, still holding gold. And Roche is up in a minute 30. Yeah, I feel like it's what is he building next?
Alright,
well, he bought one.
PL cracked first. As soon as PL shows himself on the lane, they should be clicking on him and be like, yeah.
But is this the 300 IQ play right here? Buy the quarterstaff. It's the cheapest component of Butterfly. It's not the biggest commitment. If he builds an MKB, you sell it and go for something else.
Question is, what do you itemize into then? Because Void doesn't have the MKB. It's just the
he bought it on Butterfly. Never mind.
Alright, he bought it up. Okay.
I was being
Lina did not see it though.
too high IQ, I guess.
Alright, you are the smartest guy, no.
Cuckoo.
He is not very tanky now at all.
Getting caught.
I also like this itemization way more than I did 23s in game 1 with the PL. Damage.
Smoked up. They have the Chrono available. Butterfly for the Faceless Void as well.
The smoke and smoke action, my favorite.
DTM, not smoke, neither is Natsumi, and he's showing over mid. He needs to be careful. They've got themselves the blink as well as the hook bomb. They should go in with the Chrono, and they'll also cast the Nyx Assassin. Do they have the damage over the chaotic offering comes through? They've got themselves the summon on 2. They can use the finger. They get the go on Natsumi as well as play hard. They'll Stampede trying to shut down Neon, and they might be able to do so. Doss is up into the air. Can they kill 23? No, he time walks away. They've used the Exorcism. They bought back on the Nyx Assassin, but Natsumi, he just bought into that butterfly, so he doesn't have any gold remaining. They go after Zephyr. They body block him. They're being real careful about how far they want to go here. Spirit Vessel on him. Earth Spike doesn't land. Exorcism there. They'll get the kill into Zephyr. They look over the time dilation. He's going to slow down this Death Prophet. The right click's coming in from Carl. Carl doing a lot of damage with that Daedalus, as well as, I mean, he's hitting for 305. And he hits real fast with the Fiery Soul.
And that's without the MKB. With MKB, he's going to be hitting for a good 350 or so.
T1, now they want to go for Roche.
I think they know there is no buyback on the PL. But can you commit to Roche straight away? They have no rock, they have no Death Prophet ult. But the 3 volley in the pit is really painful.
No Chrono, no Stampede for 29.
This 3 volley could outright kill the Lina. They have to be very careful here. Double damage Tiny. Oh my god, this could hurt.
Tree volley coming in, Yule's used.
But he just helped him actually kill Roche. Oh, good head.
Max, Lotus Orb, or Spike bounces back with the impale. It's reflected, and CTM, he still has the Lotus Orb, and I don't know if it's going to be enough. BKB trying to run, looking for the right clicks. Nightbot, two-shot by the tree volley. CTM, hook stop, he's dead too. But this is given time for Natsumi to come back alive. Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, Shard.
It's the hidden Roche. It's dying fast.
Death Prophet does have buyback, not going to use it just yet, and I don't think they're going to go into the pit. They're going to be able to take this Aegis. Natsumi just not in the right position. They don't go with the tree volley. They're going to time walk forward and look for this. Natsumi's got a Lotus Orb, and now it's going to be Yule's up into the air, but that's going to be Yule's call up as well. They're looking for the right clicks, but the doppelganger goes out. He goes the other direction. It looks over at Carl, who doesn't have enough mana to work with. The tree volley coming in. Out of his Zephyr, the right clicks. Is it going to be enough? Natsumi now going the other way, but Carl needs to deal with this as he doesn't have any mana available for him, and they're going to pop the BKB on 23 as he tries to run, but he's got the Refresher. Now he's got the Chrono. You need to be very careful about how far you chase this. They ball back on the Death Prophet, so they need to get something from it. Instead, T1, they disengage, and they're out. Full support's down on T1, and that is not what you want if you're Neon. Now they're holding onto an Aegis. They have Chrono once again. I did force them to use the Refresher, so there's no chance at a double Chrono.
They didn't want to do that. Like, he had to do it purely to get another BKB and time walk off, because otherwise he would have potentially died without buyback, which could mean that he wanted to lose this game outright.
She's still being helped by 23. Aegis is actually in the hands of Lina.
Yeah. Lina is the real hard-hitting guy here. Like, Void is mainly there to try and connect the Chrono onto the Phantom Lancer. But it's going to be tough for this PL now to fight both the Lina as well as to face this Void. Did Lion get Shard? Not yet. Has it queued up next.
MKB for the Phantom Lancer. Daedalus again for the Tiny. Cuckoo. Push back. They don't really know that. Void's not with him, and neither is that Lina. I don't know if they can kill him quick enough, though.
Lina is critting for 800 with that attack speed. She's pretty much at max attack speed as well. And she went for the attack range talent, of course.
They made Carl feel uncomfortable in that fight.
They did. PA just ran on top of him. He couldn't really do much.
He felt uncomfortable to the point where he was running.
I feel like as though they would have been much happier if they had the Aghanim Scepter. On a hero like Void, it could be massive. Or even the Lion. 7 stacks already on that finger. AoE finger could have been massive. And the Chrono.
For sure. MKB picked up by the Void. 23 now has
double
it.
MKB. Where did he get the gold from? What a hacker.
Dyer's
He'd be
top
far for the
tower
Phantom
is
Lancer.
under attack.
I don't think he wants to buy out anyways. He wants to keep that buyback for the Chronosphere, which they inevitably will use on him.
I guess that does mean that 23 doesn't have buyback.
Yeah.
And that could be big.
And he doesn't have to cheese in his inventory either.
So if they catch him, which at least right now doesn't look likely,
I
they're
think,
crowding their base, maybe they'll smoke.
yeah, Neon looks very scared right now. Rightfully so. But Death Prophet has a Refresher shot now to work with. It means double Aeon Disc, double Exorcism,
He can survive, yeah.
double BKB. There's no nullifier.
Thing is, even with the BKB, CTM was getting taken out by 23.
But the only thing that can dispel the Aeon Disc is the Enchantress. And I just can't imagine a world where she just
Is able to stand.
goes there and dispels that.
Yeah.
Because BKB is more than likely also going to be activated at the same time. So you don't really have the chance to do that.
So they've got that level
Play hard
25 extra attack range. Play hard trying to step up on this.
Yeah.
Intel comes out. Now they've got the
Void.
tree volley. It's not going to be enough damage, and now they'll move forward. It's just the Minotaur Horn for now. Toss up into the air. They've got themselves the Void in a little bit of trouble to get the
Again.
Chrono. It's all 23 by 23
He got
again.
Carl.
All he got was Carl, but Natsumi, where is he? Where is he? He's hexed. He's bad. He's dead.
He didn't have that tool.
He's just gone. They got the first kill onto the Lina. They've got CTM moving forward. Do they have the damage to get the kill on Carl once again? Yule's up to the air onto the Tiny. Carl trying to get the kill with the right click damage, but now Natsumi comes in with the buyback. They get the kill on Carl. He's going to be dead for 99 seconds. Those buyback might be forced to use it. Even with a whiffed Chrono, they still call
caught me and killed him.
The second with Chrono is massive, and Lina just died to 1-3 volley. It was like 3 crits in a row and then exploded.
Oh my god.
Like, blink and you'll miss it. Exploded.
Doesn't have an Aegis, gonna be forced to buyback. I don't believe, yeah, you don't have buyback available for 700 gold on this Void, so he's trying to farm it up as much as he can. They use the refresher, they're going with the Exorcist, try to high ground. They're down 10k, but this is an opportunity for Neon to break the base. This is something that T1 haven't done despite their advantage.
Void has buyback now though. No Chrono.
No Chrono, no lockdown for Natsumi. They need to be careful going into the tree volume, but they need to be careful. They go for the top. He's got the true volume, the damage. If they can get the code of Yopaj, well, he's going to be gone with buyback. He's got buyback 100 seconds.
Bad.
CTM bashed up and just popped. High ground was a little bit dangerous for Neon because they're going to lose the Death Prophet, and I believe Death Prophet has no buyback. 2 minutes, no Death Prophet. That was refresher used for that exorcism, and all they get is a tier 3. That was really bad. You've got no buyback on Natsumi. You'll be forced to use it on Yopaj, it seems. And Death Prophet without it, that's a big problem.
This game is on a nice edge, really. Like, if PL gets chronoed, you just lose the game outright, but we have seen Lina just getting blown up by 1-3 volley. If that happens, suddenly Lina doesn't have buyback, and the game goes the other direction.
So the buyback on Yopaj, which is to be expected.
Yep.
He needs to get by some trees, though.
Blown up
And that makes him vulnerable.
Get all his mana burned on the base point.
There's the tree volley coming in. 23 taking a lot of damage. They've got themselves the fatal bonds. Or spike comes through, reflected all the way back. They got the stun on a couple of these heroes. They're going to play hard. He doesn't have buyback either. Nature's attendance to heal up T1. They broke the base. They get the tier 3. They look over at the melee racks and they'll grab them. How willing are they to continue the tree volley damage? Oh, stampede away. The damage reduction enough, and they'll run away. They're up 16k. They've taken the melee racks over mid. It feels like maybe they should have gotten more.
It's tough to push into this tree volley. Like, they were all huddling around the edge, like, heal me up, heal me up.
Yeah.
The trees come flying in, and they go like, oh, wow, what's happening?
Stop.
Stampede.
Yeah, press R. Just press R.
Oh man, this game is wild. Not the best Dota we've seen. Lots of sloppy mistakes, but makes this game very entertaining.
Nature attendance.
Very fun to watch.
So no buyback on PL, no buyback on Void. He bought out again, and that was buying out on the Scotty.
He did buy out again, huh?
Playing really risky because he gets out of mana, he dies. I don't know.
Game is pretty over at that point.
Lina can hold it. I think Lina with the right positioning can hold it, but it's tough. It is tough.
Nyx Assassin can just impale you, can get avalanche. It's a
volleyed.
tough call, yeah. When he's going into the rapier, of course he is. Like, he's going pure damage. You must commit with it.
Problem is, they showed that they can kill Yopaj.
Easily. I mean, he's not tanky.
No. 38 armor still feels like he's just a hill, not a mountain.
Certainly not giant.
Right now, more of a Mount Marcy, not a Mount Everest.
Yeah. Pop Exorcism for Centaur. Press R.
Yeah, he'll stampede away. Roche looks like a long timer.
Up in a long time.
Octarine core for the Phantom Lancer.
He bought out too. If
He had no buyback.
He does not have buyback. Yep.
Yeah, I think he...
They're still on cooldown. But if he gets caught by anything and dies, then I guess fatal bonds and 3 they will have to the
Chrono, it's onto the Death Prophet. He has the anti-disc. Pale comes out. Look at the chaotic offer coming down. Can Death Prophet get this refresher off? No, they've got the finger. They're getting onto the Death Prophet. Dead for 100 seconds. Now they look over the back lines. They've got this Spirit Lance all around. Play hard though. He's caught. He's gone. Just don't have the damage. Doppelganger away. It's a 19k lead. I think maybe T1 are hoping to get Roche out of this, but it's not going to be up for some time. They'll still move Tree Volley in, doing some damage, but they've got the time dilation that's going to slow up Yopaj. Avalanche comes down to the 23, and he's going to move forward, but the Spirit Lance back. Blink away. White Mom blinks forward. Cuckoo goes in. They've got themselves a hook stop. They have the Earth Spike to follow it up, and now they've got the right clicks coming in and Natsumi. The Tree Volley is going to be enough to save him. His head's up. He's gone. 2 minutes dead. T1 look like they're going to take it. 23 diving into the base, and they'll buy back on Enchantress because they want to take this game right here, right now. through backdoor. He kicking the door.
Man, I'm nice. Line finally reached 25, but we might not see it. The AoE hacks against PL, institutions all die instantly.
Yo,
He hacks the real one.
he's caught. Lotus Sword, 4 staff back. Avalanche comes out. They've got creep and more backdoor patch him. They do the glyph. They have Nyx Assassin up in 50, up it up in 30. I don't think they're going to be able to hold this one. Tree Ollie hoping for some crits, but time walk out. And this tier 4 is going to go down. It doesn't look like they get anything, but Whitemon comes over, blink hex. There's the Lotus Orb. And they missed the Earth Spike. They'll just call GG's. Will be game 3. A back and forth game 2. And now it's one game to decide how big the tiebreaker is.
Yep, if T1 wins, they're going to be playing versus TNC to see who gets that first and second spot. I'm very disappointed. The Lion 25, we did not manage to see its true power. PL cannot play Dota against that.
He got caught immediately, even without.
Yeah, he just died like pretty much every fight. He never fought at all. Like he bought many items, just no impact. And despite a lot of very sloppy mistakes on T1, they did still get good initiations going. You know, a couple of whiff rolls here and there. They did manage to keep it together, close out strong.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining. Here's the Radiant ban. And to ban.
Point with some calling that
It's
Alchemist
because I
as well in
finally
game
have
one.
6 weeks worth
And
of
now you
data.
figured it out.
And now I figured it out. Like I said, memory of a goldfish, but I have pattern recognition on point.
And they
Morphling.
ban it.
No.
And one pattern that reoccurs as well is if you ban out the Ancient Apparition in the first stage,
Yeah.
Morphling is going to
For sure.
However, Nyx Assassin left in.
True.
This is a no-brainer, I would say.
Enchantress left in.
Centaur left, so I think you need to start thinking about how do you counter a Centaur. Give me that percentage-based damage, give me possibly Ursa, Phoenix, maybe start thinking about Mars Phoenix opener as well. Just let them get the Centaur and then counter it, because one of the teams is gonna pick.
Nyx, Mars, Phoenix, possibility Nyx EL as well, an option.
No
Radiant's
PL.
turn to pick.
No more PL. Done with the hero.
Good old,
Let's go.
Good old.
good old.
If it's not broken, don't pick.
They did win with game 1 with it, although we would have preferred them to lane together. But it's flex. Could be Yopaj. Could be CTM on the Sand King.
5
Will they go for the
seconds
flip?
remaining.
That's the question now, right? Because we talked about this. Nyx Assassin pretty much covers some of the counters, does not cover the tower. You can ban out the center. You even consider that big
It's
of
true.
a counter.
What about Leshrac? Leshrac was not contested. I see this hero as
The
top tier
Dire get
picks.
a ban. Axe. Here's the Radiant.
This was
Okay.
banned, and they go with it.
Why
Next-
would you go for Axe over Centaur?
Because he is bulkier, he's red, he's gym.
But Centaur has more legs.
He's been actually hitting the gym as he's been pretty buff in the last patch, so
He has.
Yep.
More so than Centaur, though. What is so Axe gives you spell immune, piercing, disable. So I guess it discourages any Juggernaut picks. Do you think Axe is a better laner or Centaur is a better laner?
probably Centaur.
Okay.
Depends, right? Depends on the matchup as well.
It does. So for a first phase pick, which one do you think has a better time?
Depends on the matchup where Axe like
Radiant's turn to
put,
ban.
I would say a bit more pressure in certain matchups with Battle Hunger. That also depends what he's paired up with. I don't find Axe plus Nyx Assassin particularly strong. I want to see him being paired up with potentially Carrot Mage, Dark Willow, anything range, because they could try to manipulate the waves with Axe and Nyx Assassin. It's very easily done. They still don't know what they're playing into, but I would prefer if this Nyx Assassin 5 here.
5
I like that
seconds
Willow
remaining.
suggestion. I don't think I've seen that one. So you root into call and then drag them into another route?
Yeah, like
That
there
one's
are
slick.
so many combinations with Pillow that you can do. We've seen Vacuum from Darkseer. We've seen CK with Reality Rift.
Dark Willow is just a hero that's not played as much.
Yeah, not in this
A
region.
very strong.
Europe is a big fan. Not so much here. Here, we're looking for Zephyr heroes. If you want the Whitemon to be the Nyx Assassin, then Tusk has been absent for a big portion of this series and league altogether.
And not too many Tusks, some being picked, but not too many nerfs to the hero either. Lost 5 damage on Tag Team, cast range on Snowball, and cast range is Ice Shards, but I believe
Radiant's turn to
that's
ban.
it.
It's about these small little
Like his-
nerves that hit you more mentally than
Sure.
they actually do in the game, and you're like, why did they do that, my boy? More, and then you realize, wait, this is-
Radiant's turn to
His
pick.
shard got a
pick.
buff in terms of move speed slow, but no attack speed slow anymore. I personally don't think the shard is viable anymore, feels weak. But the one good thing is once the courier got nerfed, you can scout things out in Roche Pit. Now the possibly Sigil comes in. Sometimes it's not just a direct buff, so
Turn to
direct
pick.
ones. See what they decide.
Oh,
with Io.
have an IO combination. Could be a carry IO.
Yeah,
This also could
Natsumi
be-
and Jean-Well have both played it.
Exactly, it could be a 5 as well. And Gyro is still in the pool. I'm worried that OB Neon might actually go for a Gyro combo here.
10 seconds.
And I'd still rather see Io as a carry. This hero,
5
even in
seconds
second
remaining.
season, has been winning on that carry
It
position.
has, yeah.
With the Gyro is when he didn't look that.
Maybe they can swap things around still, possibly play mid-axe. I think also doable in certain matchups, so something could potentially just leave for them. I don't mind Skyrat Mage. Overall burst damage
Just a
against
good
Io.
old,
Yeah, good old setup.
Sky and Axe. First thing that I think thought of when I saw Axe and thought about the combination. But it's just so simple. I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated to be
Radiant
Simple
good.
and effective.
Simple and effective. Maybe, nah, they go with a bit more. You have the Fatal Bonds versus the IO as well.
Dire's turn.
It's all right. You have one support that actually does stuff, the other that doesn't. They go with the Gyro.
Support IO.
Because they know it's double melee lane. Go with the Gyrocopter. Like, Gyro should have a good time against the Axe and Nick Assassin.
10 seconds.
What do they need? They need... Like, they have jumpers. They have Nyx Assassin,
5
Axe.
seconds remaining.
Also, Gyrocopter into Nyx with Flak Cannon. He can stun him. Great against the Sanking Sandstorm as well. So, Nyx Assassin should have relatively good time. They can
If
get
they're wearing a
Spectre.
coat
I
shirt,
don't mind
they'll pop
Spectre
up
here
soon
paired up
enough.
with Warlock. You can play, like, because you know that they're going to be setting things up with possible Sanking Blink into relocate play. And then you have either Warlock to counter that, and Spectre just having global presence, or Phantom Assassin. I also would not.
You think
The
PA is enabled
Dire
enough
get
just
a
with like
back.
fatal bonds and stuff?
They go with the Lifestealer instead. The Sand. If the Sand King is actually well for Mirana Sand King,
I think you should cover the Lifestealer pick with the Lardar ban, just in case they put Sanking on a mid.
which they most likely will. They
10
always do.
seconds.
Almost
That's
always.
Neon's go-to.
Here's
Yopaj
the
Sanking.
Radiant band.
Lifestealer, Stork versus Gyro, he was good because get this hero gets on top of him. It's Magic Community, they ban out the Slardar.
Are you talking about Lifestealer being good against Gyro or IO Gyro?
I'm talking about Gyro.
Okay.
So that's where I was going to.
Mhm.
IO Gyro, however, is a little bit
10
different because he has more
seconds.
mobility.
Dire's band now.
Lifestealer, it's very difficult to keep up with the farm that the two are getting. That is Gyro that's getting pumped up by Wisp.
Right.
By
I'm
the
just
IO.
trying to think of an offlaner that does well against the Lifestealer. That is Lardar that they banned out.
10 seconds. 5
We just-
seconds remaining.
Slardar, there is Nature's Prophet possibility for Toby Neo. Often
Yep.
Here's the
Or at least-
Radiant band.
that Prophet possibility as well. Last game.
CTM did play offlane Enchantress one game also.
What about some Raze?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not banned out. We've been
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about it.
it's good. They can put it on a mid lane. They can lane it against the Lifestealer. I don't think Razor
Turn to
cares too much
pick.
about the Warlock and Lifestealer. Wants to build into early boots, maybe even a Windlace, and Lifestealer
Radiant's
wants to
turn
hit
to
people,
pick.
so they like, get that.
Oh, they snatch
They
it.
take it. That's
Yeah,
very nice.
That's the deny pick. Actually. And it's also really good versus Gyro too. You just
Mhm.
link him up in the fights and you follow him around. So Razor, we called it, but for the wrong team as T1. Smart enough.
Five-headed pick.
Five-headed, yeah.
Okay. Still need to find a CTM hero now.
5
I think your
seconds
Nature's Prophet
remaining.
idea is pretty good. I think that because throughout this entire series, throughout their entire league, CTM has been basically carrying from the offlane, and he needs a hero that can scale.
And you kind of now need that hero that covers Gyro if he falls short because of the race. They could also put Sand King on the offlane and get something like Wop mid or some heroes that can deal with the Razor. Lina banned out.
banned
Yeah,
out.
that's why they banned it. Because
I don't think they have enough time. They have almost full 2 minutes to think about what's good for them, how to possibly have a BKB piercing ability, but they're just gonna pick it straight away.
Yo, the
Oh!
Singapore throwback. Let's
The
go.
Yopaj Ranger. All right. It's actually a pretty good game for her, right?
Yeah.
You have no dispels versus the run. You have some catch, obviously. Axe, Column, Carry. Off in that though. Solid for the. Still gonna probably go.
This is tough. See, maybe Beak Up and Black, their intel might be able to sway you one way or the other. Black, I need to know. Game 3 decider. Which way are you?
Yeah, you gotta go first here.
Oh, I gotta go
Yeah,
first?
yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta go.
okay.
You gotta go first. I'm going last again. So yep.
I think I like to draft a 2-1.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I'm down to 100 points now in Twitch. I went all in again because I have a problem. Hi, my name's Ben, and I bet all my points on every game. And, well, it's looking like I want to go Neon. You know, there's the weight of Windrunner in an elimination game. We've heard it a million times. Slacks, I can only hear him in my head saying, this is Windrunner, you're eliminated already. But I also want to be Black. So, I'm going Neon. It's really analytical.
You make best situation out of no situation.
I will. Final game of the regular season. I had to go Neon. You told me you. I think every game we've been standing in here, you're like, just go with me. You
could be so great.
Yeah. Well, I was great on that first one.
Yeah, and
I
then
believed.
you chose to not trust me when I go serious mode.
Yeah.
I don't go serious mode a lot, but in game 2 I did. Game 3 not so much, but.
Do you believe in the elimination Windrunner at all? At all? Like any percentage?
I actually think Windrunner is a great hero and wins, at least in my experience when I played, a lot. Because there's a lot of strong power specs you have. With that first Maelstrom, then your Maelstrom BKB, and Maelstrom BKB MKB. Maybe even Acceptor. It's a good hero. I don't like it against Axe though. Like if he builds into a Blade Mail, you can never focus fire him.
Right.
If he ever calls you with Blade Mail on, you can have just dead. Not the easiest matchup, but we've seen him snowball out of control in harder games before. So.
There we go. We're unpaused, ready to play the final game of the regular season, do or die. This is a very important game.
Yes. Not only a very important series, but a very important game. Yep. Game 3 out of 3.
More important than the 2 games that came prior.
More important than last time.
Yes, and that was a very important game as well. Win and Neon force a 4-team tiebreaker. Lose, and it's multiple tiebreakers with 3 teams at the bottom, and T1 and TNC going for the top spot.
Yeah. For the casters, us, it would be easiest if Neon wins the part. That would give
4-way tiebreaker.
A 4-way tiebreaker, but only 1 best-of-3 tiebreaker rather than 2.
Well, I still don't really know how that 4-team tiebreaker is going to go. Like, I don't know if it's a round robin,
It's just a round robin,
BO1s.
yeah.
So everybody plays each other once?
Yeah.
That sounds like, that's a lot of games.
Teams get just eliminated if they are.
Isn't that like 12 games?
Potentially.
That's so many games. So first blood coming in for Yopaj. I've been told it's 6 games, round robin, BO1.
Yeah. Already Zephyr here trying to sabotage my prediction.
Yeah, you know, well,
Giving the first spot to Wind Ranger.
That's what happens. First blood going to Windrunner, and it still feels like it's going to be a tough one because you've got to deal with that. Static Link, making it annoying.
I'm more surprised that Cuckoo just doesn't go for any items. Quelling Blade, 1 pack of Tangos, straight into Ring of Health. This could backfire massively. They managed to whittle him down a little bit. It's a very greedy approach here to the lane.
You call it a pack of Tangos? That makes me think that Tangos should be sold in a pack and there should be rare Tangos. That give, you know, a better heal.
Or like a health percentage region.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Oh gosh.
What's the percent of getting one
It depends, because there could be uncommon Tangos and rare Tangos.
Different color ones, right? Like golden,
purple Tango is the mythical Tango. 23 taking a lot of damage. Leap forward, trying to get this kill. Another leap forward. Play hard. He played himself.
Hard.
Yeah.
Interesting. I had the Shadow Word on him. The best heal pretty much in Dota at level 1 in terms of how much it heals over time, and it kept him alive the entire time.
Yeah, it certainly did. And then he gets a kill for it. Like we said, play hard. Played himself hard.
Yep. Loving that.
So we're seeing not only the Windrunner, but we're seeing Gyro Io.
Yeah.
Like, that's a combo. It's pretty rare these days.
It is.
It's a lot of mobility for this team. Blinking, Burrow Strike, that can be, you know, started at the same time as a relocate into the fights, per se.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a Windrunner who can catch up to the fight as well. You land a Shackle. That could be an issue. Like, there's a lot here, I would say, for Neon to make it happen, but then there's also, like, the call for T1 as the game gets later, the Chaotic Offering to stop an initiation comes up from Neon. Static Link could be a problem if they've got the proper lockdown, which they do kind of lack.
It's... Like, this game is going to be very tough to call. Like, it will all come down to initiations. Like, IO Gyro can absolutely dominate a Warlock lineup because you just overrun them. Because the Rocket has such long cooldown. But on the other hand, Fatal Bonds and Rock can ruin an IO lineup just as hard. So it will really just come down to outplays, who plays better, who's in a better position, at what time. It's a very even draft, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think for the first time even, I thought I had pretty big favorites in game 1 and 2.
Oh, Shadow Word.
Gonna take him out?
No, he's got the stick.
Only level 1.
Never in doubt.
Edge down.
Yo, Flash, though. He's in an interesting spot under his own tower, having to deal with Carl. The lockdown
59
for...
damage stolen.
Yeah, which... Yo, Paj, you're hitting for
8 damage.
Like, oh, wow.
Imagine lasting with 8 damage and actually getting the creeps.
And the thing is, like, the lockdown here for Neon isn't amazing either. Homing Missile, yeah. Burrow Strike if they landed. Arrow follow-up. That combo is pretty deadly.
Yeah. It's not super reliable. Shackle Shot also.
Things that aren't exactly reliable.
Yeah.
Says thank you.
Whereas T1, they have a lot of stuns, but also not reliable.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's all gonna come down to execution.
The thing about Homing Missile, at least for this game, it feels like maybe Dire don't have the answers to, like, take out a Homing Missile as it flies.
I'm just afraid because Gyrocopter into Razor does not feel good. Like, once he's on top of you with the Static Link, you just feel terrible about fighting.
So that's the thing, right? So you either get the Gyros damage or you get Windrunners, and we've seen Yopaj output quite a bit of damage with this Windrunner, and well, if you've taken the Gyros damage, you're not gonna get Windrangers damage. Yeah, he survives up towards top.
The thing is, the Windranger isn't as reliant on damage as Gyro is, because she's probably gonna build into the Maelstrom or MKB, which is a lot of magic damage from the procs, whereas Gyro, the Flak Cannon, will just be rendered useless. And now the top lane, we've seen it. The Lifesteal just stood inside the Sandstorm, tanked an entire creep wave, and just auto-attacked him through it all. This lane is now pretty much impossible for the Sand King, which is why we see the Mirana run around now. Not much you can do on the top lane.
And Sand King's gonna have to sack his lane. Not that I think an arrow secures a kill down here bottom anyway.
It's difficult, and they don't have a setup, as you said. Like, a rocket, sure, but it's more a misplay of the enemy to be in range then, rather than something you did.
Yeah, just trying to farm what he can with the caustic. Does a little bit of damage there to Whitemon. I still am not used to calling Wind Ranger. I'm still stuck on Windrunner.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are. I also like to say Necrolite instead of Necrophos.
It's a better name anyway.
Creed. Skeleton King, better than Wraith King. Don't at me.
Zephyr trying to build some stacks here. And still accomplishes that while dealing with play hard.
Yopaj had to TP out straight away. And he's
Got the
going
tether.
to MKB first, Adam.
Zephyr?
Zephyr.
Does he get run down here? Play hard. Not a lot of mana to work with
Nice
anymore, and there's the
impale.
impale coming in. He'll stop the salve of Zephyr and TP out.
Yeah, I really don't like the support duo at all from Neon, gotta admit. Like, I like supports that can just kill together. Nyx, Warlock, once his Warlock is 6, they do have some kill threat, sure. It's not like your usual kill combo, but at least they have potential.
All right.
What is this Io Mirana gonna kill? Nothing. Nothing at all. And as I said, I'm really worried for the Sand King. He's completely shut out of lane. He doesn't even have a Quelling Blade, so he can't really retreat to the jungle too well.
And he's going Soul Ring. Like, you really want that Blink Dagger, that initiation. Like we said, it's going to come down to initiation.
And I'm a little bit afraid for the Wind Ranger as well. Because he, at least, queued right now.
The MKB.
Nothing, yeah. Because he doesn't have the Maelstrom queued. Which means, potentially, he won't scale very well.
Carl's diving.
He's actually going ham? Okay.
He had an extra 92 damage as he's maxed out that static link.
I'm surprised he went for that without his Eye of the Storm. If he had that, there was a kill or two secured maybe. Cuckoo.
Focus fire.
No Javelin though, there's no damage.
There's no damage coming out, even level 5. Cuckoo though eventually run down by the rocket barrage coming through, but it does take a lot just to get this kill.
Actually surprised he managed to kill him.
Yeah, the TP's coming in. I thought I might stop that. Especially if Whitemon gets a Shadow Word out.
So what's Whitemon up to? Level 4. That. Gyro against LiveChat is also not the easiest matchup. Obviously, defense depends on the levels of farm that you have, but it's not easy at all.
The Wind Ranger of Yopaj picked up that double damage. He's got Focus Fire and 15. Might want to make another rotation.
Potentially. With a DD, there's a lot of damage that he can, for sure. Maybe even go to Lifestealer.
I was thinking, I was going to ask, can you do that? Even if you go up there.
If you get a stun into Shackle, he's dead.
Rage is only level 1, it's 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Not that long, you could chase him back in that duration.
He didn't skill a test yet, which I don't know if he knows that or not. Probably not.
So we'll see where Windrunner ends up. Actually, here bottom. He's shutting down Cuckoo enough, though.
I mean, Cuckoo is definitely a very important factor for this Dire lineup. His Blink Dagger is the only form of initiation he will have for a long time.
And he's here in this camp, and
ward.
they're going to go as the Fatal Box comes out. Plasma Fuel doing some damage. They're turning this around. Natsu doing a lot of damage here, but the power shot in. Carl needing to retreat. Call comes through onto the Windrunner. They've got the tether. Gyro, though, he's out of the fight. Doesn't feel comfortable moving forward. CTM is here. If they were going to continue to chase, they might have continued to chase into a Burrow Strike. Yopaj Shackle connects. They've got the call down. Burrow Strike right on with power shot. They'll get the kill on a Cuckoo.
They're really just going all in on this axe. Even the offlane TP down there. Want to make sure they shut the only tempo hero from the side of T1 down, which I think is a pretty decent approach to this game. You'll have to wait. Razors, Yule Scepter.
They've got the Javelin. Or, well, hang out.
Yeah. So his game is recovered quite a bit. And Carl's Razor, not the same impact that we see from a lot of like the China Razors especially. He's tried to get some rotations in so far. Never really quite got enough damage to do so. Back found the cool.
And that's recovery for him.
Yeah, but usually we see Axis at the very top of the network.
Similar to what we were seeing on the Centaurs in the first two games.
Yeah.
Natsumi going first item Ags, already has the Blade of Alacrity, has enough for the point booster, so 2,000 gold away. He's farming pretty well.
He is.
Despite the fact that his lane was pretty difficult.
It's just a problem, like, he's farming well enough, because he's playing through two pretty tough matchups.
Denied.
He's got to be a little bit careful. Windrunner, or Wind Ranger, Yopaj starting to come over.
He has a haste rune though, so he should be fine. He's going Yule, set the first item.
Thing is, they haven't touched 23 just yet. He's got Armlet. He's top of the net worth.
Not by far though, which is good news for this Neon lineup.
Zephyr's here, Burrow strike in, and that actually hits on the Nyx Assassin. Although that might mean that CTM's dead. Arrow hits, relocate coming in. Is popping right on top of the power shot comes out. They've got the chaotic offering and the fatal bombs coming through. Burrow strike takes out Zephyr. Homing missile coming through with a 23. His rage is on cooldown. The damage on a white bomb. They've got the focus fire, and Carl, he's laying in wait. Use that plasma field. He's got the static link. Yopaj in trouble. Call down, place down, but Yopaj, he might still be dead. Burrow strike comes out. Power shot in. Down goes 23. Carl trying to chase on a Yopaj. Finally gets the kill with the plasma field coming out. Play hard, he'll die. Double kill for Carl. And now the tether.
Is he gonna live?
Carl, homing missile, he needs to run. Can this homing missile catch him? No. Unfortunately not. As he fills up that bottle.
What a flash by Carl if he gets out of there as well. I thought the fight was gonna go way worse for Neon. With the rock dropping in, a good impale by the Nyx Assassin as well. Lifesteal just doesn't quite have the levels yet to really fight properly. Only level 2 in rage. Doesn't feel terribly good.
And it came out of that rage, had it on cooldown, and he was very vulnerable. But now, that's a quick move from Vanguard to Blink Dagger for Cuckoo. That was a big recovery.
Well, he already has it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, suddenly in the top 4 network.
Suddenly they have an initiator.
2 almost, because he will have Yules and 400 gold on the Razor.
3, really. Because you've got the next assassin who can farm.
Especially Yules I like against Wind Ranger, because of course you can Yule him when he Wind Rangers, Wind runs. And then that's the spell right away, and then he's food for Razor. And Lifestealer. And anyone really. See if this axe goes for the traditional Blade Mail build, which I think Blade Mail this game is quite good. Or if he's gonna go for the new kid on the block, the Manta style.
I like that build, Manta style.
I like it too. It's just, you don't always need it. You take a lot of resources away, which in this game potentially you don't have.
Yeah, which could be detrimental. Blink Dagger came out for the axe. Yeah, he's 400 gold ahead of the Sand King, but somehow CTM is Blink Dagger pretty quickly after Axe does as well.
I'm surprised he didn't try to smoke or anything with that Blink Dagger. He just reveals himself on the lane and Axe is complete.
Yeah, so now we'll see if they'll reveal themselves in a different way for CTM as he backs off, and yeah, they go to the Moonlight Shadow. So he's going to pick up this Blink Dagger right by his outpost. They were smoked before they make a move. A lot of sentries down on their side of the map for the Dire. They're expecting this.
They got a couple of pretty big stacks as well in the jungle. Is the Razor gonna get caught? Not so far.
This courier gets caught buying something that would be significant as well.
Potentially his Void Stone he could lose.
Ags finished for the gyro.
How long can you sit there, Carl? It's been a minute plus. No, he's finally moving out.
They're TPing in there.
Yules!
Oh! Didn't have it. Doesn't have the Yules yet. It's getting delivered right now.
Damn. Thought he had it for some reason.
It's just a second away.
Probably because he was standing there for like a minute.
Yeah. Call coming through and chaotic offering.
Wow, okay.
That's a big commitment.
White one, that one.
It's the last game of the season. I got to do one more. You know what would be cool? If you got a kill with Chaotic Offering, it got a stack as well. Epicenter coming through. The relocated got the shotgun. Paraka comes in at 3. Now they got the call on the play. Oh, this is not what you want, Neon. Right into the call. They relocated. They were ready for that on T1, even with the Burrow Strike Epicenter.
They're like, get out of here. What do you guys want? They relocated right on top of the axe, though. They knew that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a misplay.
A bit. They're going onto the lifesteal once more. Pretty tanky. He's under ward. Reflexes, 23. Where are your reflexes, baby?
Blink, Burrow Strike, Spike Carapace, and now they've got the power shot. Look at the arrow on the Zephyr.
He's like, what is that? Can I catch that?
Hey, get down, Mr. President.
Yeah, but it was not necessary.
Dyer's top
he got the rage
tower
off.
is about to take the blood.
So here's the extension from that.
Yeah, extended.
You get Chaotic Offering stacks.
Yeah.
Every 4 stacks, you get another golem.
That's it. That's pretty sure. So the stats don't go up or anything?
The golem stats do go up for every stack.
Yeah, elaborate.
Oh, golem check. Big boy.
I mean,
more armor.
You can't just have an idea and then be like, ah.
This was on the spot, man. I haven't like fleshed it out yet. That's the point of, you know, it would be cool. It's an idea I just thought of that's really bad. That, you know, doesn't have every detail to it.
Okay. Once you got a better idea of it, please let me know. I'll forward it to the authorities. What we come up with. Maybe you get 50% of the cosmetic pack.
Because you know people will be buying golems.
Hell yeah. Golem, get you gone. Wait, he's going Skadi on life steal. Do I like that? No. Why?
That's the question I should be asking. Why?
I mean, it's decent against the gyro, but
What?
it's just decent. What about the Desolator? They can kill people.
Ooh.
I feel like it's pretty defensive, like a very defensive approach. He's probably expecting Razor then to deal most of the damage, at least for a while, and X go into the Blade Mail. Okay, I like that. Cuckoo is a master, of course, but he doesn't have it yet. You don't have it.
Smoke Infest, play hard. He's the one who caught again. He'll pop the Infest to get the Culling Blade kill on a play hard.
Anyway, without the Blade Mail. Imagine that with Blade Mail. He will die anyway.
Still dead. By the way, Dire picking up a fillet, but they don't know where it is. It's unknown.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
The unknown?
Dyer's bottom tower
Where
is
is it?
about to flounder.
It's at the ancient camp.
Panic!
It's the ancient camp, boys.
It's just down.
Dyer's bottom tower
I can see it!
Who dropped that there and didn't pick it up?
It's right there!
Don't go up. Don't go up, CTM. No.
No, he wants those creeps, right? Ancient.
Left.
You want the ancient creeps.
I wonder who's gonna farm those.
Looks like Philly Stone. I saw it drop.
This is a massive mistake if they don't get it. There's so much GPN they're losing.
Epicenter. Blink Burrow Strike coming through on the Warlock, and they are starting to shift. They should be able to see that Philly Stone. They got it killing a white mon. Zephyr! Carl!
Oh, what's that?
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
Whose is this?
Oh, it's ours?
Somebody drop a Philly Stone?
MKB completed on the Wind Ranger. Very squishy though. You get caught by Blade Mail, you die. You get healed by Razor, you die.
Gyro's almost got BKB. He's farming well. He's top of the network.
Damn. Didn't actually realize that. He's farming very well. But his ancients are blocked. They're like, damn it! He want now support.
Where's my support?
Okay. You want to straight away?
Infest.
Play
Cuckoo.
hard. Oh, play hard. Play it hard again.
He leaped. Is he gonna survive?
What a
Maybe.
heal.
Oh, they got the mech, but Fatal Bonds play hard, leaps into the side of the Dire.
He's like, I got one money. And it dropped rock again.
Yeah.
White one has been very
Liberal. With
this
with his
stone
chaotic
usages.
offering. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the sound of the golem?
Found a white one. Golems Mirana every time.
Okay.
Why does he do it though?
Kill's a kill.
You got better rock opportunities down the line. Gyrocopter. 50 away from backup.
The jungle has everything
Wanna try that again?
desires.
Backup. What to do? What?
Don't bait me into this. I see what you're doing. Smoke used here by Obi Neon. Got a 5-man smoke.
Yeah. And here's the problem when they don't have enough damage with the lifestealer bomb because he's itemizing to the sky. Doing for Tesso would be very different. Like did Mirana almost survive? It's a Mirana.
Catching
Dire's
it.
middle
Max
tower is under
maybe.
attack.
Now Cuckoo's on.
Smoke. Cooking by a
Uncatchable.
Whitemon, and now they're gonna go Blink Burrow Strike coming through. Shackle doesn't connect to anything. Get the homing missile coming through, and they'll get the kill on Cuckoo. They've also Yules, Carl, he's fine.
Run.
and they'll stop the TP on the Nyx Assassin. They want to dive this. Power shot, need to be careful, but there is no chaotic offering for this. They've got the Shackle, they have the call down. The damage on the Carl is enough.
I think he wants just outplaying themselves. Like why was he going like left, right? We're gonna TP right away.
You can run.
He dies. Is
You
there a Roshan?
should
A Fortify off cooldown is a question. No, 40 seconds. Probably cannot commit to Roshan with this.
TP bottom because they're looking for the epicenter. It's right on the Whitemon Burrow Strike.
On the white one again.
Yeah, they just want to go onto this Warlock, and they'll get the kill with the power shot. Yopaj, he's now sitting 6, 1, and 3, involved with 9 of the 10 kills.
Yeah, Neon turning on the heat, and it's too hot for T1 to have right now. They're just getting outmaneuvered too fast.
Already like 25 degrees.
But pretty cold actually in the morning.
Oh, cold.
Like 12 or something.
I don't know what
That is.
I just said 25 because it was a number I have seen before on the thermometer here.
25 is pretty damn hot. Pretty warm, like summer temperature.
It is down here right now.
Yeah,
It feels really warm.
In the morning it was raining, rainy days. As I'm sure it's going to be for T1 if they lose, because no top 2 for you.
But still a chance.
Still a chance,
If they lose.
but rainy days nonetheless. Same for Neon though. If they lose,
Even rainier.
they could get relegated here. Top 6 major, then relegation. Another smoke. It's like the 3rd or 4th smoke. Are they going to catch Mirana again is a real question. I feel like most smokes both teams made in both games, or all 3 games, have been really obvious so far. No one's pushing lanes and stuff.
CTM in a good spot to break smokes. Power shot, and they'll spot the Axe. I think Axe knows exactly where the same thing is anyway. Yeah, they know where he is. They've got the tether, the chaotic offering this time a lot better coming up from Whitemon. Can they get the cone to the Sand King? No, not yet. He's got the Yule. They've got themselves the Moonlight Shadow. They get the cone to Cuckoo, and now they look over 23 Savage. He's on the run. Shadow Word, Spirit Vessel, and he can try to get, but he doesn't have the Infest. They have the Power Shot, and now the Burrow Strike short. CTM, the shortest Burrow Strike of his life.
Nah, he had rage activated. He dodged it actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
Alright,
But it was
well,
also very short.
now I sound stupid.
I don't know if that hit or not.
All right, I need to look short.
It was short, and I don't know if the rage dodged it or not. But again, you can see the damage issues.
Middle tower has fallen.
They jump on Sand King, he doesn't die, because you have no damage on Lifestealer. You have double ultimate orb. Not Deathstroke, not Daedalus. What are you giggling about?
I find it funny. Just like, oh, the Burrow's straight sure. He's like, hey, you get rich. It's just like, right, you're right. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself, you know? Sure, I'm getting a little giggle.
Yeah.
They'll get themselves the Aegis.
Putting themselves in a very good spot now. Like, I don't like this defensive optimization at all. We've seen it from so many teams in the last week where they're just like, alright, I don't want to lose. I guess I'll just build more health. That's not the right way. Not with Axe. Axe bomb means You jump a guy, you want to kill him immediately.
Yeah, but they've got the save coming in, I will say, from Junwell a lot. He has come in and giving them a second hope at life a couple times with the tether and the mech.
But you need to know that when you're T1.
Yeah.
So you need to itemize for more damage, which he now has a Skadi, which will mitigate some of that heal, but you still need the next damage item, which is 5k gold away. And 5k gold is a lot of gold.
The thing too is like Neon, you've been talking about how these smokes are obvious. They've set up for that smoke.
Yeah.
They were ready.
They were super ready for all of the smoke so far. Mirana was the one getting caught most of the time, and she doesn't care too much. Carapace, ooh, they saw him. This assassin very close to his Agon, so probably going to transfer this delay to Warlock after that.
Filet.
Oh, he has a BKB on as well. This game is getting pretty tough right now for T1. A lot of good time is coming out of Neon.
Yeah. Like you said, Wind Ranger does get timings.
Yeah. Fan of the hero. Hope this team can pick up more.
Savant's career going down.
I'll also finish his BKB though.
Zephyr here to protect Carl. Or at least try to.
Rakete. Bong.
I'm a big fan of that rocket. That's one of my favorite cosmetics.
You're biased.
Why? What?
Yep. It's over.
Okay.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Should I keep casting or do you want to keep casting?
I think we can do it together.
We just won't listen to each other because we're not talking to each other. They're going to TP top. They've got all 5 heroes here.
I was about to make a sound, man.
Sumi trying to lead. They've got the blink of the call onto the illusion. They're going to take down that illusion. They've got the call down as well as the bow strike. Center coming out of the cuckoo. They land the arrow. Impale hits onto CTM. On the other side of the fight, they've got the chaotic offering coming through onto Natsumi, but he's being kept alive by the tether that's out from Gemwell. They finally get the first life out of the hands of the gyro. They will go for Yo punches pop the BKB. They've got 3 heroes right in space, and why am I trying to support them? Cuckoo buys back, comes back in, but the bow strike and the 3. That's going to be massive with the BKB pop by Natsumi. They get the kill on the tether as well as White, but Natsumi's going to die for a second time. They cold him to death. It's the buyback that comes out ahead for T1, at least killing off Natsumi. Spike Carapace, Zephyr chasing Tether and the relocate out. They do not catch CTM with the blink call, and now they'll look to kill off this IO. I don't think he's got a Tether target when he comes back. And up into the air. He's dead.
And Korea's dead too. Roshan may respawn in 5 minutes. I thought it was way Superman.
Losing track of time.
Yeah. Wind Ranger couldn't really deal a lot of damage to this life stealer. It was like a full duration focus fire pretty much. You can see it here again. It was not even a bait. Like he was standing. They could do it with an AFK. And Cuckoo took the bait. And then she caught play hard again.
Yeah, they're gonna catch Yopaj too. They cut them both. That is massive for
Way more
T1.
important than the recap also. Because that kill actually matters a lot. Did we lose Natsumi in the last fight? We did, right?
Yeah, he died twice.
Okay. Dying twice is not good.
You weren't so damn dead.
And now with the Pledge death, he's
Orb
died
of
twice.
corrosion. Orb of corruption. Orb of
Destruction. Third time's a charm.
Plus Skadi, that's a lot of flow. Do the math. 75%.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Positive? Chat's not going to correct you?
75%.
I'll know if they start spamming NA math.
But I mean, you
Still.
did NA math?
If it's wrong. Yeah. Something NA FK Kona.
Why doesn't he buy all the balls? Like the corrosion with that? It would have triple slow, which is like literally 80+%.
He could be the Costco invoker.
Yeah, juggle them all up. It would be so funny. Become like the little jester of the court.
They're going Data here on Gyro after the Satanic. He's got that Christos already, and he has finished off the Satanic. So this is going to give him an opportunity to survive. Ags picked up by Zephyr. So he's going
That's
to
a
be
big
a
one.
little bit more dangerous in these fights.
Also, some ceremonial rope picked up by him. So 10% status resistance reduction, meaning longer stuns.
Oh.
My pension.
And if you get stunned longer, can't move for longer.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah. I don't usually get stunned though. Cuckoo almost has his anti-stack completed, but nowhere near the shard. Razor! Carl.
He's
BKB.
fast.
Fast fingers.
Link Burrow Strike, he's not going to get the
fast
BKB off, and I'm going to bring in the life steal, but the arrow hits. It's a Power Rangers team in. They've got the BKB as well as the ULP. Every is going to be used by Team TM. And to pull KB, Static Link in some trouble. Right click's coming in. The Chaotic Offering is going to land on the Yo button. KB and his disarm. They've got the damage to get killed at CTM. Take out the Sinky, but they end up losing actually fought back in the previous fight. They've got themselves the vision on the Zephyr. Who's right? Natsumi, he's popped the Satanic. He's trying to survive, fighting 23 man to man, but it's still neither hero's dying. Natsumi with a flat cannon power shot coming in. White low, and he hits the arrow. He lands the arrow, and he has just become a magnet. 3 heroes dead on the side of T1, and Neon will take the tier 1 bot, and we'll see what else he gets. Lifesteal had built in the halberd, and that has been a problem for Yopaj.
Yeah, that's pretty much the worst case scenario for T1 though. Razor is the guy that never wants to be gone on first. You want to run in, you want to suck the damage of an important target, namely the gyrocopter. But because he was so low health, he had to suck the Sand King instead, and he doesn't care. I mean, just look at the important targets. They're all full health, and they just have to retreat, losing all the heroes on this side of T1. But at least I guess the big two still live. So you didn't lose everything. Could have been a lot worse.
Lose Axe for a long time. It's a rough fight, but yeah, you're right. They didn't lose Lifestealer, they didn't lose the Razor.
And at least Roche wasn't up.
Yeah,
And
it
still is.
Still could be a while.
Yeah, they are going into Shiva's God as well. So the Satanic potentially
Middle tower.
could be rendered pretty ineffective. How much health reduction is Shiva's? Or heal reduction rather? 25. So with the Skadi, it's 65% less that you life leech, which is a big deal. But he now has the Daedalus. So you also hurt a lot.
55%.
It's a lot of percent.
Arrow. All right, hit Zephyr, call down. They're going to go for this. They want to go. Cuckoo on the back lines, waiting to blink as well as call. They're standing next to each other. They've got the blink as well as the call. That's going to hit on the Yopaj. Going to get the damage out of the Zephyr. He's going to get the spike carapace off. They get the kill on the Zephyr. He's going to be dead for 50 seconds. They'll pop the Infest and now try to chase. Natsumi on the run. And Razor, he chased, but to no avail. Natsumi looking to go back in. He's got Satanic available in just 10 seconds. They'll move over. CTM maybe looking for the blink as well as the Burrow Strike. He could set up. Burrow Strike hits on a Cuckoo. They've got themselves the Plasma Field as well as the kill on a CTM. He sacrifices his life, but for what? The Shackle, it connects. They've got the arrow on the Carl with the damage coming out on Natsumi. He's dead. See you later. Down goes Carl. Cuckoo next with Spirit Vessel on him. The power shot's going to take him out. They hit themselves a shot on 23. They've only got themselves a white line to work with. And well, Neon will take what they got and they'll leave. They leave a gem there as well. MKB finished off for 23 in another fight that kind of was the way of T1 in terms of gold, but not experience. Even trade.
They have to be so careful with that fatal bombs. It was on the gyro, on the IO, and the lifesteal hitting the gyro almost killed the IO with it. It's one of the best spells in these kind of scenarios where you have this one guy that just doesn't die, soaking up all the damage. But as you said, very even trade once more. Did reinitiation perhaps too much? Like he didn't have Yules up, no defensive tools ready at all. He just blown up on the Sand King, and it was after his buyback too.
Right.
This game is still anyone's game at this point though.
It's like game 2. That one was close as well. It is anybody's game, and we're 35 minutes in.
Now it's a bit scary though for the Wind Ranger, because that MKB means you can Skadi slow him through that VKB. The Wind Run won't mean nearly as much. Finally picked up the Manta. Finally. They've been building that Manta for a long time, but still no shot. Like Manta without shot means nothing.
I mean, maybe they're expecting to get it next Roche.
Yeah. Although next Roche, I wouldn't mind it given to the lifesteal, to be honest. Like these open wounds deal a lot of damage. A lot of life leech as well.
And that also comes down to the fact, can they get it? Can they get Roche? Cuckoo's not surviving in these fights.
Yeah, it's gonna be up in 30. And yeah, Cuckoo definitely stopped scaling. He had to blade there very early into the game, like minute 17 or so. It took him 18 minutes to build to that map, so he's taken an
Maybe Shard.
involuntary trip to Rough City.
Ooh. Hopefully not the final city of the season.
Hopefully not. Because I remember last season when it ended in the tiebreakers, he had a super rough game also, or a rough series rather.
They're gonna relocate bottom.
Just push out the lane.
Yeah. Push out the lane, they'll be back in 5. But you could see T1, they're setting up to fight.
Both teams confirmed that Roshan is up. Could be the next point of a war for both of these teams. Man, they're dealing a lot of damage now though on the side of Neon. Daedalus halfway through the MKB for the gyrocopter. So far, Lifesteal didn't really feel threatened, but when all these damage items come online, oh, DD Lifesteal, of course, right in
That's
front
gonna
of the pit.
feel great. Zephyr, he's also in a great spot, burrowed up.
How does that happen every time in front of the pit? You have to be careful on Lifesteal though. Like fighting Roche is not easy for a Lifesteal.
He's just poking and prodding for the moment. It's just him.
They're not committing. They're like if you want to go, you gotta go now.
I almost want to say they're trying to bait Neon in to a fight that they think they have the positioning on.
Ooh, is
Ball down coming out. That's going to be right onto Zephyr.
they still hit it. He's rocking the Roshan actually.
They have the Lincolns, they've got the Yules, and now CTM is actually going to force step himself out of the pit.
They were just to purchase the DD.
Yohash coming in, oh, he got the shackle, the arrow, Carl, he's going to be saved. Calls a counter, over coming in from White, oh, they'll get the kill on the play hard, they'll take him out, the Aegis is going to be on the deck, and it's picked up by Natsumi, they're going to kill the Yopash, they'll take on this Windrunner, who doesn't have buyback, he's dead for 83 seconds, Carl found the BKB, but he's got the static run, they have the 2-man, triple kill from Cuckoo, the Nyx Assassin, he's been burrowed here the whole time, you came to his house without asking, they've got the tether, Natsumi trying to get the damage, Burrow strike coming up from CTM, that's under the Cuckoo, they've got the Spear Vessel, they get the kill onto the Axe, looking over at this Lifesteal, but the second life might be enough, and they'll take themselves away with the relocate, losing CTM. They get the Aegis, they get themselves Roche. What else did they get here?
They got everything. Aegis Cheese.
So they got the Shard.
And shot on a gyrocopter, but they had to use Aegis and Cheese already. Like they lost the Wind Ranger very early into that fight.
And he tried to make a move on Carl, and it was great counter.
Yeah, it was super clutch and fast to keep him healthy.
And Zephyr's here the entire time.
Yeah,
the entire time he doesn't move. Arrow comes in, Carl looks dead on his screen already. Chaotic offering, Infest keeps Carl alive.
His
and the
stuns
blink
are
call is
insane.
perfect.
Yeah, look at these stuns from the Nyx. They just can't move upheaval right next to borrowed Nyx. You're not moving. I'm actually surprised that they didn't manage to kill the IO after he bought back, because if they kill the IO there, the gyro dies.
And the game's
possibly over.
Yeah. And there was a couple seconds here for the real. Okay, now look at how long Genuel is surviving. He eats the cheese, just gets it, and then gets the relocate out. He was there for the full duration of the relocate. I don't think he should have been able to get away with that, but he did.
Yeah, it was a good Yule Scepter from who actually? I think it was a Sand King's Yule Scepter onto the Lifestealer.
Yeah, and then he died.
Yeah, saved IO. Because with that, he also saved the Gyrocopter, of course. But this Lifestealer has been staying full health at every fight all the time. Like, now he has a Satanic on top of that.
I don't know how they're going to rip through this Lifestealer or kill him at all. I truthfully don't know. The game is sitting at furthest 4K away. Carl, he's going to be in trouble. He gets hit by the shackle of the BKB being popped. They'll go after Carl. They'll get the kill onto the Razor. He's dead for 100. Now, do you feel confident to try and force some sort of buyback play? But Zephyr, he's here.
Never does.
They won't spot him.
The relocate was running out. Carl has to be really, really careful. Like the last 3 team fights, he has always been gone on first. As I said
He's
before,
the focus.
Yeah, like they need to be able to secure him, and he needs to be in a better position as well. What talent did he take? 1 Eye of the Storm target. So with the axe, it can actually hit 3? Didn't even know there was a talent. All 3 together.
Okay, so it's like a legit thunderstorm.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to get the stun out.
It's so scary to go into this Nyx
gyro.
Assassin.
He's just, his positioning's good. Although I say that, they know where the impale came from. They'll place down the sentry to try and catch him if they can, but he's got the Shadow Word, and I mean, that is, if you want to go, is going to be tough.
He has a Minotaur horn as well. His Nyx Assassin. He's very survivable. And they have a rock to back him up as well.
Just Ags, and he feels like he's saving the world.
I mean, he's not wrong with that 50% damage reduction. It's insane. Very late game. Like, I feel once the Wind Ranger gets her Daedalus, oh, they're setting up on the Wind Ranger. Eventually.
Arrow comes in, that hits on a Whitemon. They're going to go for this. They've got the leap forward. They'll get the kill. He's dead for 65. That means no Chaotic Offering. Also 23.
Fine.
He'll get out. Rage TP.
Yeah, and he has the Penta Edge Sword now, giving him more attack range.
Tower is under attack.
But this Razor just feels like a little paper plane.
Yeah.
He's not tanky at all. I feel like he needs an Aeon Disc or hard. Something like that.
He needs to survive.
He's going into an Aghanim Scepter, which...
It's going to be strong, but if he doesn't survive, it's not worth the gold.
He's going it because he got the 25 talent, right? Which makes sense. It's just... Is he kind of getting baited by his talent? Because I feel like Aeon Disc might be better. Hard might be better. You just want to survive. You want to draw out those fights.
And they're close to 25 on both this Windrunner as well as the Gyro. The experience is actually Obi Neon's way, but they don't have anybody at 25 yet. It's the difference in the supports that's really making it, because they've got Io at 22 and Mirana at 21. So, you know, your carries aren't 25, they don't have that extra talent yet. But your supports are very high level.
Aeon Disc now picked up on the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, Yopaj he's going in, he's doing a lot of damage, he's got to survive though.
Radiant are scanning for
For sure. He doesn't lock it right away, which we see a lot of other people do. And now Axe finally has his Manta Staff. And an Illusion, this cape. So, if you single out a hero, you're gonna hurt.
With the shard, oh yeah.
That's 3 axes and your main hero spinning away. He might be able to kill a Sankey by himself, pretty much.
Tower is under attack.
Ooh. Did that?
T1 has to be so careful here. They can't go up this hill.
Did the Stormcrafter just give them away? It zapped the illusion.
Oh my god, Whitemon, careful. Oh, this positioning.
They're gonna smoke. Both sides smoke breaks, and now Natsumi, he's got to be careful. Zephyr's right there, ready to go. Arrow comes out, Spike Carapace once again. That's going to hit into play hard. They'll use the call down. 23 trying to run in. May not be the positioning that he wants. They'll use that homing missile, but again, with the Shadow Word, he's just taking 0 damage. Literally 0 damage. Blink call coming in for Cuckoo. They've got the taunt out onto the Gyro. Is it going to beat up? Chaotic Offering follows it up. They've got the damage coming in with the Impale. And aim, but well, he's there with the save. They've got the Upheaval, and now the Burrow Strikes are going to come through as well as the Epicenter on the Zephyr as well. 23, they have the damage with BKBB pop. Can he get the Satanic off? 23 trying to heal up as much as he can. Shadow Word's also doing work. They got the Impale on the CTN. They'll get that kill to the Sand King. They'll take him out for 85. No buyback. Cuckoo with 1 sliver of health. Blink call on the 2. He's still not going to die. They've got the Shadow Word. They get the kill to Whitemon. The animals in play hard, and you think Heather's not going to be enough to stay alive. General takes disarm onto the Gyro. Natsumi's gone. Yopaj trying to do what he can, but he can't help out. 4 heroes dead. No buyback for anybody on Neon. Oh no, Neon! I mean, that was amazing by Cuckoo. He comes in with just a sliver of health with that blink call right at the end.
I was a super good team play overall. Zephyr, with all his super good stuns, and as well as just mana burns, you have the Axe jumping in, getting like 2 or 3 really good calls off. He's at 50 health. Life there is like, I got you, bro. Infests him, brings him back to half health.
No buyback. This game might be over.
Probably not over. They're gonna get a sight. Oh, is it over? Ah, no, they still have Glyph.
There's a lot of time. Backdoor.
No leveler and no Acceptor. This is maybe where the Razor's like, ah, damn it, maybe I should have committed for that.
Backdoor breaks. They go for the tier 3. Have buyback on the Sand King.
Like, Zephyr is actually doing so much in these team fights.
Just 1 item, Axe. And his positioning's been perfect.
These impales and mana burns are actually insane. You can say what you want, but this is probably the MVP of the last fight for me.
He's been the MVP since he's picked up that Axe.
Fair enough. And their push is actually not very fast. They're gonna one side and they'll be like, alright.
Still a lot of time though without these heroes.
Yep. And
they finally pick up the Daedalus on this Lifestealer, Roche, potentially soon.
Double gem.
They've got 25 on the Wind Ranger now.
Roche is up in 90 seconds.
Gyro's got his 3 homing missiles instead of global call down.
And you always get that. Like,
Yeah, the 25 at Gyro feels
terrible.
Terrible.
Just terrible, yeah. Like, if he had a better 25, I think he would be picked up way more frequently.
Yeah, global call down.
Zephyr, potentially in position to break the smoke, but he has to be careful. He's super important for the team. He has
He's going to burrow. They've got the arrow that's going to be on the spike carapace. They do have a sentry down. Do they want to go? They've got to assume that T1's behind him.
He's so tanky.
2,400 life.
And he has an A on this. He has 3k life even.
Jesus. Yeah, 3K.
And you regen 1.5% per second while you burrow.
Yes.
We all know how it's like in Burrow City. He loves it.
Healthy.
They were healthy and refreshing.
Blossoming over in Burrow City. Look at where he is. He's just so confident that he could stand right in front.
Yep, you get the best mineral water. Straight from the source, right?
Oh yeah, straight from the source. When you're under the water and you just got that little
hell yeah
spout in. Roche up in a few seconds here. They were going or looking for the Divine Rapier on Gyro.
They need it. And this is like the comeback avenue to have in this game. When I say comeback, they're not super far behind.
He doesn't have a cute anymore.
He just bought an MKB, I believe. It's boring.
No buyback, and well, Dire, they're going to the base.
Yeah. A big problem also for Gyro is he doesn't have any sort of status resistance. So every stun just lasts
They're
so much longer.
waiting for them to TP back a little bit too far. Roche is up. They give up the mid set of racks, and T1, I mean, they're not going to be unhappy with that, considering the fact that, well, they weren't getting Roche while they were taking their mid set of racks and finishing it off.
They're not defending though, and T1 knows that.
Yeah,
They
so they know where they are.
Yep, exactly. Like, it's super obvious where Neon is right now. How does T1 choose to play it? Now LiveChat can hit Roche very comfortably because he has a Satanic.
Zephyr.
He's sitting at the same spot. There's some PTSD right there for Neon, I'm sure. Oh my god, this Nyx assassin again.
It's just 23 trying to make their way in. Do or die time. Playoffs.
I can't believe T1 is just doing it like this though.
On the line, or well, major on the line. We're going to go in with the big burrow. The guy's coming through with call down right on top of 23, but it's not doing a lot of damage. CTM is going to be hit with the intel. They've got the chaotic offering coming down. They're going to show the CTM. They're going to have the Aegis snatched by 23. So he's got the second life. They're continuing to go. The Infest hits on a play hard. They're going to lose this Marana. He's got buyback too. So they lose two heroes that do have buyback. They've got the Aegis, the Ag's Blessing that's picked up by Razor. Ooh, gosh, you get the Roche kill, but you don't get the Roche goodies. Aegis and Cheese picked up by Lifestealer.
Do we have the same feeling here about this game where this felt really desperate from Neon?
Yeah.
Like,
that didn't...
Like, you don't just epicenter a Lifestealer that you know is hitting Roche alone, right? Like, he didn't care at all. He raged shortly afterwards, finished the Roche, got all the stuff.
Yeah, snatching the Aegis, Cheese, Ag's Blessing. Gyro's not going to have this Divine Rapier for a while, and I don't really know if this Divine Rapier is enough. I truly don't. I don't know if Janwell is giving enough heal, if they're sustaining enough to now get through 2 lives.
Alright, 2 lives. And they will have a triple Eye of the Storm hit target thingy refresher. So they'll be able to have 2 of those out. And the barracks will just melt once they're up. But right now it's still on cooldown. He has a Spell Prism as well, because why not? And it's hitting high ground actually.
And they can't come in because Zephyr's there again. Zephyr's just standing his ground. Right click's coming in. That tier 3 in some trouble.
Burn. 2 more and he's completely out of mana. Zephyr didn't have a good 115 health recently.
Oh, Shaq actually gets him over onto Zephyr. They might be able to get first on for the hands of this Lifestealer, but Natsumi's getting low. They get the Aegis out of his hands. Zephyr 2, no damage from that. They've got the Storm coming through, but that's going to be the Spike Carpet that stuns up. Play hard now, right into the hands of the Dire, and he's going to have to leave all the way back. They've got the call down coming through. The stun is out onto the Razor, but it's not going to be enough as they've got the Infest to heal him back up. Power shot comes in onto Zephyr, who's continuing to stay down in the burrow, and now they've got the epicenter of the damage on the call. Look at the kill he does enough. Cuckoo goes in, he's got the flame up, but it's not going to be enough with the BKB power by Natsumi. They get the kill, Yopa, don't take out the Windrunner. Do they have the damage coming up for Natsumi? It doesn't look like they will. They've got him tethered, but Janwell is going to be the target of 23. Like makes in with the Fatal Bond. See you later. They're going to buy back though. They have IO. Can you get in there to save Natsumi? I'm not sure. They've got the tether, but the impale. They get the kill on Natsumi and Zephyr again. Ultra kill for 23.
It's a rampage.
And they're going to get the rampage. 23 ropes him down. Blink call down onto Natsumi. Natsumi, and the dreams of you going to the major are gone. Good day, sir. Double rampage for 23. Seal it up 2-1.
And I think very good news for every and any team at the major, because they got top 6 last season, but now not qualifying means chance to go to TI are almost gone.
Yeah.
Because top 6 is nowhere near enough to secure major attendance.
Woo! That's
It's
a
getting
big
spicy in the
series.
standings. Yeah, like Neon must be kicking themselves right now for